coming to you from the beautiful Glen Point Marriott Hotel in Teaneck, New Jersey, where tonight SportsTime Plus presents the 2009 Ridgefield Park Athletics Awards Dinner. Hey everybody, I'm Jack Cognetta. Thanks for joining us. Tonight is like the Oscars for Ridgefield Park Athletics, where coaches, parents, staff, and student athletes celebrate another year of Ridgefield Park Athletics. Several awards will be given out tonight, including some scholarships. But before we get to that, let's go all access as we get a closer look at tonight's awards dinner. Welcome to the Scarlets Athletics Awards Dinner, where more than 100 student athletes in 17 different sports are honored. Some will go home with the hardware, and some are just here for the glitz.
I got married in these shoes. I did. I wore them to my wedding.
And the glamour.
The pink tie to match Jeff Cognetta. The blue with the blue. All right, gotta get the black. The shoes, Stacey Adams. So you like these? All right. Aviators. You know, I stole these from Tom Cruise himself.
And there's always a select few trying to lobby to get on SportsTime next year.
We want to see ourselves on SportsTime next year as the Zordoya sisters. So that's what we want to know. I want a chant like Zordoya sisters.
For whatever reason, it's a night to celebrate. And one team that has good reason to celebrate here tonight is the Ridgefield Park Scarlets. Tony Gonzalez and the Scarlets went 7-3 this year and were one of the best teams in the BCSL American. Let's take a look.
Today you played with your heart, and today your mind and body followed.
Heart, mind, and body. And the Scarlets knew how to take a licking, too. After dropping 2 of the first 3 games this season, the Scarlets caught fire, winning 6 in a row. No win was bigger than their game against Englewood. Both teams were in a race for second place in the BCSL American, just 1 game separating the two. The game would go to overtime, and Englewood's Marvin Whitley's field goal to win the game was short. The Scarlets charged back down the field thanks to this huge pass play to junior John Fitzgerald. And that set up Mike Albert's game-winning field goal to give the Scarlets the win and put them in a tie for second place in the league.
Can't even talk right now. I'm speechless. I told my coach I wanted the ball. I wanted us to win, and we did what we had to do and win. We won the game. We went to overtime where we knew we were going to win, and we just did what we had to do to win.
But right before I kicked the field goal, I was ready. I was mentally prepared. I was kind of just keeping to myself. I don't want to talk to anybody. Got up there. We snapped it. They called the timeout, so I did it over. The first one went in. And then the second time, I was like, all right, I just got to relax. I knew what they were doing. They were trying to ice the kicker. Just kept my head down, put it through the uprights. We win. That was probably the best feeling of my life.
Brian Ree hit hard. John Estrella gobbles it up. 40 yards for the touchdown. Ridgefield Park would steamroll into the state playoffs after beating Cliffside Park to end the regular season. Their first-round opponent was Ramsey. The Scarlets led throughout most of the game until this crazy ball tip ended up in the hands of Ramsey and ended the Scarlets' season. But it was a very good year for Scarlet football. They won 6 of their final 7 games, finished the year at 7-3, and 3rd place in the BCSL American. So another successful season for the Ridgefield Park Scarlets football team, and one of the reasons why is the guy standing right next to me, John Fitzgerald, wide receiver for the Scarlets. John, another really good season for you guys.
Yeah, it was a great year. Everybody played great football. Juniors, sophomores, freshmen, seniors, everybody played great ball. Coaches coached us through the year, and we did it. We did what we had to do.
Now walk me through that incredible win against Englewood. It goes to overtime, a real Donnybrook. You guys have the ball, and it goes to you. Walk me through what happens.
Matt threw the ball, and I caught it, and I just started running. No, I wasn't trying to get caught by anybody, and that's what happened. And finally, Mike kicked the field goal to win the game.
That simple. You call it how you see it.
Absolutely.
John Fitzgerald. Now, you guys are pretty excited about next year, John. A lot of high expectations.
Yeah, we should have a great year next year. We got, like you said, I'm coming back. Matt McGarrow, great quarterback, coming back. Ryan Melly, a few linemen. Big defense in Capote and Mark Ashwell coming back. We should be great next year.
Should be an excellent season, and you also are probably going to air the ball out a little bit more now that you got your options at wide receiver a little bit.
Yeah, hopefully we throw the ball a little bit more, get me and Maddie moving, get us on the same page, and we should have a great year next year.
And that's good news for you that you're going to throw the ball more.
Absolutely. I love getting the ball thrown to me.
John Fitzgerald, Ridgefield Park. Definitely check him out on the SportsTime highlight reel next year. Well, John, one of the reasons why you guys were so successful this year was one of your teammates, Mike Alberk. Alberk, an absolute beast on the playing field. He plays about 15 different positions, even though he's only listed as a, quote, running back. But that's just where it starts. Alberk is a defensive back. He's a place kicker, a punter. He also returns kicks. He does it all, yet he puts on his pants one leg at a time. Let's take a closer look at Mike Alberk, who was named our SportsTime Boys Athlete of the Fall season earlier. Let's take a look at Mr. Alberk. He gives out a licking and keeps on ticking. But as hard as Mike Alberk hits, he does most of his damage with the strongest muscle in his body, his mind.
I've grown up with like a strategic sense of football. I'm not the fastest guy on the field, but me knowing where the ball's going before it's going to be there helps me make up for that, so I can kind of beat people to places and stuff like that.
So it's no surprise that Alberk is also a member of the National Honor Society, an Eagle Scout, and to top it, the newly appointed secretary of the Ridgefield Park Fire Department. On the football field, he's just as accomplished. Alberk led the Scarlets in touchdowns, rushing yards, and extra points.
Kicking kind of just happened. We were at camp my sophomore year, and they kind of just said, all right, everybody line up, let's see who can kick. And worked out I could kick some extra points, I could kick off. This year I punted a little bit too, because our punter went down for one of the games, and Coach just figured, yeah, why not give it a shot? So I did. It was all right.
And when he's not kicking the ball, he's kicking butt. Alberk helped lead the Scarlets to a 7-2 regular season, good enough for third place in the BCSL American. And while the senior is done tearing up the grass at the pit, he hopes to put the cleats on again in college. Until then, he'll just have to settle for SportsTime's Boys Athlete of the Fall season. Not only is Mike Alberk SportsTime's Boys Athlete of the Fall season, he's also Ridgefield Park's most outstanding senior football player, and we welcome Mike Alberk here to SportsTime Plus. And Mike, you're racking up the awards tonight. Every time I tried to bring you over for an interview, they kept calling you back up to the podium.
Yeah, Jack, you know what? It feels good. Hard work, dedication, it's all paying off in the classroom and on the field. And I'm just, having a good time tonight. Everybody's here. Everyone's having a good time, it looks like. So it's turned out to be a good night.
Mike is on his way to Wagner College next year. Are you excited about college?
I'm very excited. They sent us to work out. I've been working out for the last few months now. We're going to start going up there in the summer for some 7-on-7s and stuff and moving in August 9th. So it's coming real soon, and I'm really excited.
One of the things you said during that piece when we talked about the Boys Athlete of the Fall season was how your game is as much physical as it is mental. It's a mind game.
Yeah, I like to put myself in the position to basically hit the opposing team as hard as possible. That's basically what I do. I guess 3/4 of my game is putting myself in the position, and then the last quarter of that game is just me laying the hit.
Mike Alberk hits them hard. You also hit the books hard as well, and congratulations on the award.
Yeah, the books has always been part of my life. My dad was a teacher for a long time before he was the athletic director. So, he was always really hard on me and everything, making sure I do all my homework, just being the teacher type that he is.
Mike Alberk, the Ridgefield Park most outstanding senior football player. Congratulations, Mike.